Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm the Black Cap here today bringing you a new video, and this is something I believe to be fairly unique for my brief searches on YouTube, and this is an Age of Empires 2 game, a 12.5-minute castle time, well actually 12 minutes and 33 seconds to be exact. With this build you can get a second TC right away and a third shortly after, which basically will bring you to about the same amount of villagers that you have around 20 minutes with a standard 60-minute castle. So this really isn't a great build order or strategy, except for maybe as a scare tactic against some noobs or something like that. At the end of the video, I'll tell you guys some tweaks on this build order, which allows you to get up around 13 minutes and 30 seconds and actually produce a couple knights almost right away, which I believe is a pretty decent strategy depending on the situation. So to start off, of course, it's pretty standard, build 2 houses and bring some sheep in, scout with the rest. In this particular game, I am playing unexplored, so I can see where my food is right away just for the sake of this video and saving me some time. Because for the strategy to work, you need to know where your food is very, very quickly within the first minute or two, because the build order deviates from what's considered standard. By the time you have 7 populations, and as you can see, I'm already pushing in some deer, and that's the big difference here. Is once you find as much food as you can, you immediately start pushing in your deer. And also, I'm going to be luring one of these boars with my scout, the second boar, once I'm done luring in these deer. So now, at this point, we're going to be sending the 10th villager out to build a house. This is actually the last house we're going to be building because we're going up on 20 population. When this villager is done building the house, she will lure in the first boar, while I'm still luring in deer and sending all other villagers to sheep. Send the, let's see, just looking at my notes here. So yep, she's done. Going to be grabbing up the boar. One thing you may have noticed when I lured in the first deer is I had to send one villager back to unload a little bit early. Otherwise, the TC would have been idle, so keep that in mind if you're doing the strategy. Send the 12th villager, or 12th population, I guess 11th villager, out to a lumber camp, and send 2 more shortly after that. And just keep on pushing in those deer as quickly as possible. This last deer was giving me some problems. Like, I messed up a little bit on this lure. Right there, wasn't too great. And I needed to go grab this other boar with my scout because of the timing of the villagers and everything with this first boar. So they're going to go on sheep now. I just give up with this deer, say screw it. Shoot it. It's a little bit further, but it works out alright. Lure in this boar. And I'm going to start sending some more villagers to wood here. Once these villagers on the deer are done, you're going to send those to wood. On your 17th villager, you're going to, I'm actually going to slow this down. So I'm actually on 18 pop right now, but when you hit 17 pop, you're going to send 4 out to berries. You should have enough wood by that point. And you want to build the mill almost right away because you're going to go up to feudal age on 20 population, and you need the lumber camp and the mill to do so. So you need to make sure you get that in time. So, building the mill, I'm going to send the last villager out to collect 10 gold so that I can sell 100 stone and have enough gold to click up to castle age. So, as you can see, the 4 villagers on wood that were on deer. You're also going to create 1 farm as you hit 20 population and click up. And you only need 1 farm. So, yeah. From there, you just finish collecting your boar, your sheep, and obviously at this point you'd be scouting more around with your scout. Obviously, again, playing unexplored, so don't need to do that. Just collect the 10 gold, that's all you need, and send her to collect some more food. And keep these 4 villagers on wood, because you want to make sure that when you hit feudal age, you have as close to, but no less than 325 wood, because that's how much you need to build a market and a blacksmith, which you need to click up. So I hit that mark pretty close in this game, and you'll see I have about 335 wood when I hit feudal age. So I'm gonna grab 3 villas. These I believe it's these 3. Yep, and hit feudal age with 335 wood. Build a market and a blacksmith. And normally at this point, while you're building these, you'd be creating two more villagers, but we don't have any pop space, so you can see there. So we're not going to be doing that, and also we don't have the food to spare anyway. So yeah, just build the market and blacksmith right away. Once the market is up, you're going to sell 100 stone immediately to get 201 gold and have enough to click up, because at that point you're going to have over 800 food as well. And that's pretty much how you do it. So yeah, and then I just send a bunch more to wood so I can build a TC over here. In this particular game, I just boom up, just because that's what I like to do. Pro tip: if you're playing against me, I like to boom. But really, another better option would be like if you're in a 3v3 and you're a pocket. What you can do is you go up on 22 population. You do basically the same build order, but you go up on 22 population instead. You send a few more vills to wood, and you build 2 farms instead of 1, and that will enable you to build 2 vills while you are making your feudal age buildings. So you'll actually hit castle age with 24 vills instead of 20, which is a pretty big change. And then you'll hit castle around 13 minutes and 30 seconds. And you'll actually be able to build 1 or 2 knights almost immediately. Of course, you have to build a stable. You have to build a barracks on your way up, and then build the stable as well. But with more villagers on wood, that actually shouldn't be a problem. Now, you won't get a second TC up then, but I mean, again, if you're in a pocket scenario, 3v3, that is definitely a viable strategy. So comment down below if you have a faster castle time. I'd really be interested to know what your build order is for that. This is the fastest that I have found. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, but you guys have probably noticed, I am playing on the Mongols, and that's a big, that's an important factor in this, because hunters collect food faster, and of course when you're pushing in the deer and the boar very early, that's going to be important. So yeah, comment down below if you have a faster castle time. Also, if I haven't seen you around before, I do stream on Twitch fairly regularly, so a link to my channel will be down in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.